Your Honor, I have reason to believe that the baker is actually a witch. He did something. He saved the game or something like that. I would like to call a must trial.
What do you mean? Men can't be witches.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah, only women in the game can be witches.
Exactly. The delicious scent of mid-evening dinner permeated in the air, and a soft light shone faintly in the distance.
I'm now thinking we're probably not going to get anything important out of this guy during the whole trial.
Nope.
Mugs grabbed the girl by the arm. It looked like he almost pushed her to the ground. I heard a faint voice cry out. The next moment, two villainous men burst into flames.
There was not a trace of the fire to be seen in the area. Without a doubt, magic must have been used. Rah, rah, rah.
Magic?
Sir Apprentice Baker, have you never heard of magic before? You suck. May now begin your investigation. I have but one piece of advice. I suggest you pay it heed. Do not waste the court's time by grilling these witnesses over irrelevant nonsense, Sir Apprentice Baker.
Are you alright, Nick? They sure love calling you an apprentice baker, huh?
I would like some bread, Apprentice Baker.
I have no idea how I'm feeling right now. But I know it's all up to me as her defender. The spell's fate is in my hand. I have to believe in her. That believes in me. For hers will be the drill that will pierce it. No.
Yes, but believe in the baker that is the baker.
No, you gotta believe in your bread. Believe in the heart of the bread.
I can do this. I believe Isabella is innocent, and I'll fight until the end to prove it.
Yeah, that's the spirit. We can do this thing, Nick. That does not seem important. What do we have in our thing to present?
I mean, the girl being able to hear the voice is pretty suspicious.
Burn 2 male victims alive. So I guess the only thing we really can do is press, unless we're
very
talking
friendly robbers were burned alive. I'm so sad.
No.
That's obviously very.
Okay, I'll press the person who's talking about cry.
Whose cry did you hear?
Well, it was the accused. It was Spell's voice, no doubt about it.
Do you know Miss Cantabella?
Yeah, everyone knows her. Her name is pretty familiar around here.
I don't know what that is.
After hearing her cry, I turned around and that's when I saw it.
The two of them began swelling up in the flames, you mean?
I have never ever in my life witnessed another sight so dreadful as that.
I mean, I guess you could press that.
Isn't it a bit premature to assume it was magic?
Phoenix, how long have you lived here?
I don't know. What an absurd statement.
What?
We use magic all the time. Think about it. The knaves were engulfed in flames in a blink of an eye. The blink of an eye. There was not a single trace of another fire source to be found in the area. Not a trace. Therefore, there is only one true explanation as to what caused the inferno.
Witches.
Witches. Blame everything on witches.
Let me guess. Magic, right?
I draw my sword. There is no crimes. There is no crime in simply not knowing, but refreshing the accept the plain truth. There is lies, the true crime, Sir Apprentice Baker. That is quite the crime indeed, Defender.
Anyway, it doesn't matter. I just have to find a contradiction. Let's test it.
No way. A spell it can't be a witch. Oh, sorry. Nick, are you feeling okay? You got never cross-examined anyone before?
So now, my life has been all about bacon. Rolling bacon. Day after day, the same thing.
You're making me hungry, Baker.
I'll get you some bread. This trial isn't any different from bacon. These witnesses, they're all just kind of like fresh
So you
dough.
just need to punch him, right, Nick?
Let's push them into the fire. Cook them all.
It's our job to roll out the contradictions and bake their testimony to something this court can stomach.
So it's innocent, and there has to be a contradiction somewhere in these testimonies. When I find it, I'm really gonna crank up the heat. First things first, I've got to gather as much information as possible.
Okay, but I don't think wordsmith is important. Right? I don't think that this would be helpful.
You know that monks grabbed everybody up. Muggs was one of the two rugs, is that correct?
That's right. That man, he grabbed the girl's arm and pulled out a knife.
He's being possessed.
Something wrong?
Or was it Robs that grabbed the girl and held the knife? My dear, now let's see. Muntz was the short one and Robs was the... No. It was the other way around. Well, it doesn't really matter which was which now, does it? How am I supposed to keep track of those ruffians?
I'm gonna have to try you an animal beast there, lady. For the record, Muggs was the short one. I should know. I knew him every day.
I already pressed nightly, so we gotta do the first one, I guess. This one does not seem important, but okay.
What time would that be exactly? Dinner time. When else will the descent of dinner be in the air? If not dinner time, do you see?
The sun had already set by the time. That should be adequate.
That already said.
Witches don't like the sun.
So you clearly witnessed what happened tonight, am I correct? I have been dubbed to witness, thus I must clearly have witnessed something. Do you see? In that case, how much light was there in the immediate area at that time? Enough to see the nose on my face, but not enough to see the trees ahead. Do you see?
What? Are you saying you're blind?
The area was completely dark, and you couldn't possibly have witnessed anything. Do you see? Nevertheless, something caught my eye. It was a most ominous sight. And that's what that sight was. Okay, I get it. It was ominous.
You see?
Poor form, Sir Apprentice Baker. I hate to disappoint you, but there was, in fact, light in that area. I was there. I was about to burn these people. I mean, what? Take a look at this. This is a drawing of the crime scene, based on the eyewitness account as pennies by the court illustrator. Or pen, I'm sorry.
Or illustrator? Never heard of that before.
Look carefully. This shows what the scene looked like at the time of the murder.
Get in bed?
Illustrated of the highest quality as always.
That one, will you?
Now then, we have established that the time the murder occurred, the sun had already set.
Yes. Hey!
And so naturally the defendant was carrying a fire-lit lantern, as we can see.
Get in!
The lantern. Indeed. Yes, that is what I was saying earlier.
You said nothing about a lantern, dude.
This was a lantern. A lantern, I said. Oh, please. You totally forgot.
To be honest, I did not imagine it would be necessary to present this, but... My lord, here is the lantern in question. This is the responsible for the light illuminating the area that fell and broke. Clearly there was no light, but I will make it up anyway. Very well. The court accepts this evidence. Burn the witch. Time to die. Speaking of which, Inquisitor Burnham, in this drawing, the accused seemed to be holding a milk bucket of sorts. What became of this? I drank it, sir. Sorry. That is a strange case indeed, my lord. The bucket seemingly disappeared from this murder scene.
Milk bucket disappeared, you say?
There's been talk of wolves living in the nearby forest. It is thought that they often make off with items when they find them on the ground, like milk. You can carry milk around,
They
right?
found milk and they carried it back. Really?
Milk is a liquid, so that's perfectly possible to carry around.
I'm gonna never set foot in that forest.
They're great. They're actually my friends.
This is great, Nick. We got new evidence now.
Oh yeah, I guess you're right.
You know, Nick, you really don't just look like some normal run-of-the-mill baker. I'd say you're more like a somewhat articulate run-of-the-mill baker. I think you might even have a knack for being a defender.
Contradiction somewhere in that testimony. I couldn't find it.
I mean, you could probably lose the lantern on that dude, and like, this lantern's broken.
There's not a trace of fire to be seen. There definitely was.
What is the matter, defender?
I think Phoenix is frozen. A witch got him.
Is this feeling? I just felt the urge to shout out. Right from the bottom of my lungs. While pointing my finger. objection. Can't help but feel that's a word I've used in the past.
He's a witch!
That's it, I remember now. I remember everything.
Wow, one chapter in, he's remembered everything.
League of Attorneys exchange, as well as trial. Then, that strange book. This feeling, I feel like I can take on the world. Witness!
He shot me with magic bolt. What's with the sudden point? You putting a spell on me. I am soon to be a member of the Honorable Knights of the Inquisition. Accept your challenge with my rubber sword.
For the no fire was present at the time, meaning the defendant must have used magic. Unfortunately for you, that is not the case.
What do you mean, Sir Apprentice Baker? I've forgotten everything. I don't have a memory of goldfish, sorry.
But the defendant was, in fact, carrying a lantern containing fire. Those two rugs were actually burned by the flame that was inside that lantern.
Or do they douse themselves in oil first?
That is the only logical explanation.
I object. My, what a startling conclusion you have come to, Sir Apprentice Baker.
What do you mean?
The only logical explanation. Do you agree with the statement, honorable witnesses?
It's presumptuous for a man that knows nothing to claim that he knows something about which he really knows nothing.
Besides, how could one teeny tiny flame be strong enough to set both of them ablaze like that? There were two of them. How could that flame engulf them so fast?
Furthermore, if they didn't burn as you claimed they did, do you mean to suggest that they were soaked in oil or something?
Oh.
Well, Sir Blue Knight, it would seem you have bitten off more than you can chew.
That come out.
What do you say, my lord? Do you have any thoughts on the process thus far? You sound more like me now. Given the testimony as we have heard it, this court seemed to come to its conclusion. Well, time to end it. 'Twas a gruesome and merciless act. An act for which one thing could be held responsible. For his crime of magic, which we have books of and teach people, I guess. That's a crime now.
Hey, just a second.
Is there something wrong that you have forgotten to mention, Defender? We did one thing, that's the end of this case.
Not exactly, Your Honor. It's just a magic. That can't be right, can it?
What are you suggesting, Sir Apprentice Baker? I've changed my voice again. Isn't that crazy?
They have very much talent.
Witches use magic, which turns beings about disaster, which in turn brings disaster. I'm sorry. Such is the way of this world, is it not?
Well, yeah. That may seem to be the case. In those ways, that actually must.
The court finds Espella Cantabella, the accused, charged of being a witch. The end.
Hello.
In which the existence in this world is a crime in itself. The ability to use control magic is a criminal offense indeed. As such, any witch found practicing magic will be sentenced to death by fire. Isn't that ironic?
No, you're wrong. I'm not a witch.
Yeah, that doesn't matter. Sir Apprentice Baker, I do envy your current predicament. I do not envy your current predicament. Have my sword in your throat. My lord, hand down your guilty verdict against this witch immediately.
But there's no evidence to prove that any magic was reasonably used. It's not in the third, boy. We are on the third. The fastest way.
That's right. Snowy and I heard it. Isn't that right, Precious? We heard that incantation quite clearly. That frightening voice. There's no mistaking it. It was Ispella's voice.
Nah. These ears do not lie. I clearly heard an incantation most sensitive. Igzanixa. It went, I think. I don't know how to pronounce that word. I'm sorry, guys. What's that?
Maze. Incantation?
Hickanese?
Okay, I can't wrap my head around all the topsy-turvy otherworldly.
Well then, it would seem the defense has no further objections. Burn the witch. It appears so. The court finds the user of magic at the time of the murder to be an undeniable fact. Furthermore, the honorable witnesses have stated that they each heard an incantation being recited. The court finds no reason to slay its verdict any longer. I'm a hanging judge.
Nick, we have to do something.
I know, but what exactly can we say without my ghost partner? Mia. Here in the world, our sense of logic is completely useless.
Our sense of logic and relying on spirits.
それでは被告人魔法根に判決を言い渡します。また
Professor Lupin's coming in.
裁判長
Your Honor,
その
I
判決
request that the court
少し
hold
だけ
its
待っていただ
verdict
き
a
たい。
moment longer.
何ですかあなたは
What is the meaning of this intrusion?
Puzzles. Puzzles is the meaning, Your Honor.
弁護士さんにこれを届け
I
たい
have something I believe will be
こ
of
の
use
法
to
廷で戦う
defense.
ための武
A
器です
weapon, a sword?
I have no.
それは
That's
魔法大
The
全
Grand Grimoire.
この世界の魔法
All
の
of
全
this
てが
world's
こ
magic
こに
is
書かれていま
contained
す
within its pages.
これがなくては
Without it,
この
this
裁判
trial
は
could
成
not
立しな
reach
い
a
と言ってもいい
satisfactory conclusion.
魔法大全
Grand Grimoire.
We replaced Maya.
We meet again, Mr. Wright. We
I'm a
just keep
child.
me
Why am
out.
I in this court?
Well, now it seems things are already afoot here. The real contest begins now. Are you fully prepared?
Are you here to help us?
As long as I find it interesting.
Of course. Profession always helps people in trouble, especially when there's no puzzles involved. It is the duty of every gentleman, right, Professor? I actually got that right. I actually said it before it even appeared on there.
That's it.
There is a saying that I find quite useful in situations such as this. There is a time for words and a time for action. You have been working as a baker in this town up till now, have you not? I must say I'm a little mystified. I'd expect you to be more familiar with this world and its system of magic.
Yeah. How can I put this? I guess that's not quite the full story.
that so?
Kinda had an epiphany just now. I remembered all sorts of things. Like I'm not actually a baker, and well, our magic can't really exist.
You
Well, this
are
is
a
a magic
weird
book,
one,
sir.
Phoenix. Then it would seem incorrect about you, Mr. Wright. You are not, in fact, a citizen of this town. Is that correct?
At least it seems that way.
However, for now, we have no option but to accept this world and its rules as a reality. Without first understanding those rules, I'm afraid you will not be able to save Miss Cannabella.
But things like magic only exist in fairy tales and make-believe.
I'm afraid, Mr. Wright, it would seem magic does in fact exist in this world. Such a truth cannot be denied. Indeed, that is why the Grand Grimoire is a weapon well suited for this witch trial. Do I already have it? At this moment, you are tantamount to a knight without a sword. You didn't give it to me yet.
Wait.
What?
If practicing magic is a crime of death, why do they have a library that has books you can learn magic from?
They don't. The only book countering magic is the Grand Grimoire, which is pretty much
Which they
held
gave
for
away for
only
free.
people who are the Kind Inquisitors. It's mainly there so that way prosecution can learn magic. So that way you know what exactly you're up against.
I feel more like an attorney without a chance, actually.
Right then, Mr. Wright. I'll explain how the Grand Grimoire works,
You've
because I
had the
read it
book
all.
for less than a day and you're already a leader in
I'm a
this
speed
field.
reader. I'm a speed reader. You gotta throw the book at them. Here, take a look at this touchscreen. Hey, you'll see the Grand Grimoire book button.
Ignace, it sounds a circle of flame.
Touching the Grand Grimoire button will open the Grand Grimoire. Like, that's crazy, isn't it? Like a button that says this button will open the button.
I thought Luke was explaining this, so I don't want to help. Fine, you'll be able to present spells in the Grand Grimoire in a way that you would present evidence. This book will
Luke
truly
just
be
runs
most
out of the
important
court.
as
I'm
the
done, bye.
trial. Luke just ran off. He's done. Oh, he's back.
I'm back. Oh, that reminds me. Stab. I've gone ahead and bookmarked the spell Ignosis for you, because we were hearing it from outside.
Oh, I wish I could prove
some
the whole
reason.
book. Thank you. Ignace, that's the magic spell of all the witnesses said they heard, right? Nick, you should take a look at that spell, like we haven't already.
All I have to do is touch the Grand Grimoire button.
The defender has given more than enough time. It would seem this trial has reached its end. Please let me end this trial. It is understood that is that understood, Sir Apprentice Baker? The case is quite straightforward, with very little room for doubt. The witness's testimony, coupled with the illustration of the time of the murder, makes it quite clear what must have occurred. The murder was the result of magic. And furthermore, the caster of said spell was none other than the accused. That, Sir Baker, is the truth. Best you go back to baking, for I believe your days in the courtroom have crumbled. I made a joke, don't you see?
Is everything okay, Mr. Wright?
You just made a joke on my expense.
This requires a scepter to cast. She's not holding one, though.
Ah.
Yes.
Oh, oh, okay. I think I understand what's going to be. It's probably the scepters inside that flower bucket.
You think so?
I think so.
That'll pretty much spell her doom if she manages to sell those flowers. I've seen photographs do not exist in this world.
Photos don't exist? Guess that makes sense. Yield time period and all.
The sketch drawn by the court illustrator. Therein lies your final chance, Mr. Wright.
Final chance.
I understand the witnesses have already finished their testimony, however. If you could perhaps find a clear contradiction within this illustration.
Another contradiction? In that case, there's still hope that I can turn this around.
Mr. Wright, you have to hurry. Look, the judge. He's pushing the button. Look, he's about to deliver the verdict any second now.
Good, this is my last chance. What should I do?
Give up.
Give up.
Come on.
I can use a hint coin. Should I hit give up just for the lulz?
Save it first, I guess.
I can't.
No. That sucks.
I probably should point out the contradiction then, huh?
Yeah.
It'd be funny to give up.
1 second here.
Second, Your Honor. The defense requests permission to have another look at the court illustration.
No, denied.
I think there might be a contradiction in there.
I hate you. You're already out of time. You already burned him to death. Sorry. All testimony and evidence given thus far has been proven to be accurate.
Wouldn't be so sure, Inquisitor Barney. There's just one thing you've overlooked. A piece of evidence within this book.
The Grand Grimoire. Well, I've never seen that before.
Why exactly don't they bring the pages for the spells that people are accused of saying, like, at least a copy of it?
What on earth is that doing here? Absurd. I overlooked something. You are the defender here. You should have examined the tome earlier.
Even though only Inquisitors are allowed to see it?
You're right.
Right.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I should have. But unfortunately, I was nothing but a simple baker until just now.
Well, interesting. You've certainly begun to show your true colors, Sir Blue Knight. I'll do my animation again, stab at you. Well, let's see the type of knight you truly are. Cab at you. I'll do a battle with you in Worth. The defender will now show us this supposed contradiction. I'm just aiming to burn someone, so come on, let's go.
For illustration, the Grand Grimoire is a contradiction. Why not look at the evidence to reveal? I'm gonna save just in case.
It's probably her hand, right?
Yeah, right? Oh, I'm not able to present this? Okay, I just have to present this.
Contradiction? Right here.
Take that!
Take that.
The hand of the accused. She seems to be holding a lantern. What is your point?
According to this tome, using the spell Ignaze requires the use of the witch's scepter, as well as an incantation. Isn't that right?
Correct.
Trippy? Did Chippy get muted again? Chippy muted himself.
Sorry about that. Sorry about that.
Hi. Welcome
Hello
back.
again. Yeah, just rolling things into my room. A big old chair. I didn't want to make the whole loud noise from that. Sorry about that. Correct. For witches to use magic, they must be in possession of the witch's scepter, also known as a Tagla Magega? Magica?
Triglomegalia. That's what I'm calling it now.
Alien?
No, it's Italian Magega.
If that's the case, there's one thing that doesn't add up. Take another look in Miss Cantabilla's hand. Tell me, do you see the witch's scepter in either of her hands?
What does she have in the pocket?
Third hand out of her back. There we go. Let's see you point that sword at me now.
You did it, Mr. Wright. You somewhat solved the case. But wasn't that just a little too obvious?
You may be right, Luke.
Yeah.
It would certainly appear that the good Inquisitor is taking this particular oversight too well.
That is correct, Sir Apprentice Baker. But you should not underestimate me. Because I am the Great Witch. This is perhaps your first time seeing this item, is it not? Right here is the very scepter you mentioned. That giant thing.
There's no way people wouldn't notice that.
One of the witnesses found it tossed in the shrubbery at the side of the path.
Oh, yes. Indeed, that was I. I located it. My feet found themselves ensnared in the blasted thing, and it sent me flying through the air.
Thought he tripped on it.
Somehow, I'm not surprised to hear you fell, Gramps.
Oh, I'm sorry. This scepter does seem to carry a most sinister air. Indeed, my lord. However, this scepter will only work while in the hands of the witch, with the incantation being said aloud.
Aw, that's too bad. I wouldn't try lighting some stuff on fire.
Please don't look at me when you say that.
Look at the professor when you say it, please. You see, there are two magic gems sitting in the scepter.
Magic gem. Looks like a red gem and a white gem.
These gems each contain a particular magic spell. By simply looking at these gems, one could easily determine which magic spells can be used.
Nick, quick, look at this page. Okay, what page are you talking about? Oh, you're gonna open it up? Okay.
The red magic gem?
No, that was the blue one. Indeed, the red magic gem you see here is spelled Ignatius, if you look carefully. You should notice that this scepter also has one more spell that can be used. Deathus.
One more spell. It must be the white gem.
Mr. Wright, I found it. Here's the spell the white gem is magic, whatever is for.
Only Luke can turn pages.
I'm magical, you see.
Vanishing spell.
Cool. Just have everyone say that word.
Causes anything the caster touches to vanish from sight. Ugh.
see you managed to work it out in that crusty head of yours.
That's just... can't be. The reason the witch's scepter couldn't be seen is because the magic spell Demir had made it disappear.
Well, give her the spell thing and make her say the word. That's right. In other words, she had a third arm that was holding it the whole time. My logic is flawless. The accused conjures cowardly spell to camouflage her own use of magic. And somehow got caught anyway.
Oh. No way.
This looks pretty premeditated, though.
Order. I'd like some sandwich, see? Inquisitor Burnham, please submit the separation evidence.
Hold on, please.
Is there a problem, say Burger? Sir Baker?
Okay, I understand this is a witch's scepter. However, whether or not the scepter was in Kiz Cantabella's possession has not yet been proven.
What are you talking about, Sir Princess Baker? That's a pretty big item.
Pretty big what?
Yeah, that staff's pretty big.
That staff is huge.
Isn't it obvious? I'm talking about fingerprints.
Wasn't he just touching it himself?
Supposing Miss Cantabella did in fact handle the witch's scepter, then her fingerprints should still be on it.
What?
Oh, well, this is olden times. We don't have that stuff, you moron.
Well, what's with the silence?
You said fingerprints. What's that? What's a finger? And Prisoner Burnham, tell me, just what is this Baker blabbing about? Look at my finger. It's amazing, isn't it? I haven't the slightest clue, my lord. It is the Baker's first time in court, after all.
I'm afraid it's no use, Mr. Wright. In this world, it would seem the concept of fingerprinting does not yet exist.
We're done for, Professor.
Can't believe it.
I reused my animation again. Isn't that something? As I said before, best you head back to the bakery unless you continue to serve this court more of your half-baked ideas.
Forensic science does not exist here. Instead, this is a world where witches and magic are accepted as fact. Truly fascinating.
But I never liked the spell anyway. It's fine.
There's still too many things I don't know about this world.
Mr. Wright, I believe you may be able to take these things you don't know and use them to your advantage.
Are we done yet? The Inquisitor believes there is no room for debate on this matter. The accused clearly committed the concealed her magic. Better luck next time, Sir Princess Baker. Mayhaps your next load will not leave such a bitter taste in our mouths. Let me savor my victory. Now then, my lord, I believe this time, I ask that you render your verdict, unwavering
Wait,
verdict.
isn't the easiest way to weed out witches now just remove the Ignace spell from that wand and pass it to everyone and have them say Demir?
Yeah, that's what I was saying before.
That's literally do that with every single person in town. Eventually, you'll find all the witches.
That'd be too easy.
Pardon the interruption. May I have a word, Inquisitor Barnum?
What the? Who might you be? Person who walked through this.
My name is
courtroom I
Herschel
saw?
Layton. I'm a friend of the accused. Inquisitor Barnum, please allow me to confirm what you believe happened on the night of the crime. You claim the witch's scepter was made to disappear through use of magic, is that correct?
No. Indeed, through the magic spell Dermere.
If possible, would you mind providing proof of this particular claim?
What?
You claim the scepter was not seen. Indeed, that's one possibility. However, a wise man must always consider every possibility.
What you say, Burnham? Can the Inquisitor fulfill the request and present the gentleman with the unusual hat? The Inquisition cannot honor this request for proof. I'll draw my sword anyway, in a different way. If you are asserting that the accused is not a witch, then the burden of proof lies at the feet of the defender.
As I thought, indeed it would appear the accepted method of thinking in this world differs greatly from our own.
How regrettable, Sir Prentice Baker. And you, Sir Dark Hat. Inquisitor Burnham, sir. Should you require it, I stand ready to lend you my testimony.
Would anyone care to purchase any pre-testimony flowers? I've got a lovely array of bewitching lilies. Zoe and I will not be dismissed so easily. We came here to expose the identity of this witch. Isn't that right, Precious?
A scepter, you say? Yes, yes. I know such a scepter. Allow me to educate the matter.
God, that guy's jumping around. What do you think, Inquisitor Barnum? Your witnesses appear to have something to say on the subject.
They all suck. I don't care. Very well. Most honorable witnesses, I grant your request to testify once more and prove me wrong, because that's just how the villain I am. Tell the court all you know regarding this Tesla Megania.
You walked away.
But I somehow managed to keep the trial going. Oh, you won, Sir Dark Hat.
Please, Mr. Wright. Mr. Layton will suffice for the time being.
Could you read my mind?
Did I just look at my
When I saw her, the witch was carrying a large milk bucket in one hand and a lantern in the other. I didn't see the scepter in any sort of way.
Girl had the lantern hanging from her wrist. Her hand was contorted in a strange way. I got a good look at her hand. It looked for certain she was gripping something.
The witch was holding a scepter in her right hand. She did not drop it once before she was apprehended.
Oh, I'm sorry. I see. The accused's hand was contorted in a strange way. I do believe this is quite an important piece of testimony.
I saw it. I most certainly saw it. She was holding an invisible scepter. We saw it too. It was a girl up there, without a doubt.
I as well. These old eyes don't see as well as they did once did. They witnessed the hazy, blurry form of the accused quite clearly. Don't tell the court you're blind.
Nah. My sight is as sharp as the edge of my trusty blade. Look how it
Your
shakes
rubber blade?
and wiggles. Don't touch my wig.
A toy sword. How fascinating. Although I wonder if he understands the implications of that analogy on his vision.
Sir Baker, you may proceed with your investigation.
Mr. Layton's given me another chance. Can't let this go to waste.
I think you have to press every single character before you can do something.
For this one?
Maybe, I don't know.
Sometimes you have
I
to.
don't know how to...
That's only if nothing's happening. The hand was contorted in a strange way. I feel like the person who said he didn't drop it once, like this guy's the most confident.
Yeah, you should probably press it.
Let's start with this guy.
Let me get this straight. There was no way for you to see this invisible scepter, was there? Well, now that's common sense, boy. One cannot see what is not there to be seen, correct? Do you see?
I understand his
In that
logic.
case, there was also no one who can tell me whether or not she might have dropped the scepter.
So it should be.
What?
You were saying something.
No, I said, that was Luke saying, I accept his logic.
Well, these old eyes of mine honed in on her hand like a hawk, until they couldn't see straight. The young lady was most certainly holding an invisible scepter in her right hand, while at the same time also carrying the lantern. Or do you perhaps possess some piece of evidence to suggest that she dropped the scepter? There hasn't been any evidence so far to suggest that Bella was holding the scepter.
Evidence suggesting the scepter was dropped? Now that's an interesting idea.
Oh?
If Isabella did not have the scepter in her hand, it would have been possible for her to have used any magic.
Oh yeah, that's true.
I don't suppose... Might there be a piece of evidence that can prove this? Let me save.
Nope, give up.
Give up. Something to
Bye,
prove Isabella
Stella.
was not holding the scepter at the time of the murder.
There was evidence to show that even if Isabella had been holding the scepter, she would have dropped it.
Wouldn't that be in the photo? Is everything alright, Mr. Wright? The truth about what happened in that brief instant will likely decide Isabella's fate.
Do everything I can to find a contradiction in these testimonies. I should take another look at the court record.
There's no mud on this.
Oh, right. The lantern has mud on it.
Yeah.
The
The lantern
has
is muddy,
nothing.
so she dropped anything in her hand. Should I present that?
Who are you presenting it for?
I saved earlier, right? Should I save again? Just in case. Let's go for the bottom one. But you dropped it.
There's a high probability that Miss Cantabella was not holding the scepter. But if for the sake of argument she had been holding it, she would undoubtedly have dropped it at the time of the incident.
What do you mean?
The meaning, Inquisitor Barnum, is that this lantern proves the defendant was not holding the scepter.
What foolishness are you spouting, Sir Statement? The lantern's handles was around the accused's wrist.
She could have held the scepter. I'm afraid that's not the problem here, Inquisitor Barnum. The problem was with the broken glass, and the mud plastered all over it.
What?
The rain had ended just as the murder was taking place. That would make the path fairly muddy, don't you agree? grabbed Miss Cantabella by the arm, the lantern must have fallen into the mud. The lantern
fell into the mud.
Why, of course, that makes sense, doesn't it, my little snowy woey?
Damn Inquisitor Barnum. She was holding a scepter at that time. That would mean that she dropped the lantern, the scepter would have fallen along with it.
What's going on? Inquisitor Barnum seems speechless. The defenders managed to turn the thing around, even though he's just some baker. No way! Pay the witch's accomplices no heed. They're just trying to trick you. Barnum! Barnum! Barnum!
What is this? I've never had a case like this.
One moment, please.
What is it, witch?
Everyone, please listen. Didn't we all just stand here and explain to the court what we clearly saw? It's a lantern, so what? What's so special about it? Explain it to me so I can understand.
So that you can understand. Well, I mean, it's pretty obvious just by looking at it.
Mr. Wright?
Is it, Mr. Layton?
There was something about this witness. Miss Kira, was it? Tell me, Miss Kira. How good is your eyesight, exactly? Huh? As you just heard Mr. Wright explain, the answer to your query is quite obvious at a glance. Tell me, are you able to see the mud present on this lantern? Mud? What mud? What are you talking about? Your Honor, did you hear that just now?
Oh, yes, indeed. That's kind of weird. She can't see mud. You don't think mud exists, lady? That's crazy. What do you mean? What does it mean exactly?
It means Miss Kira's poor eyesight is the reason she cannot see mud present on this lantern. In other words, the validity of Miss Kira's testimony is questionable at best. So we got like three people with questionable eyesight, at least.
Order in the court. What is the meaning of this? Are you blind, lady? I'm blind. What say you in your defense, witness? I highly recommend you give us nothing but the truth, or else.
I'm sorry, Inquisitor Barnum. It's true. I need to wear glasses all the time, in fact.
Witch's glasses? You need to wear glasses? Where are your glasses at, lady?
Exactly, where are they? Now that you mention it, I did notice something odd about you today.
Oh, I thought you looked familiar. Gone and completely clouded my mind. In its place, there it.
Fair maiden, a pair of spectacles are available as a shield to a knight. Make haste to pursue those other pair.
Other Miss Kira, tell me, at the time of the incident, were you wearing the glasses?
No, I was not wearing them. The truth is, I lost my glasses a couple of days ago.
Lost them?
Your glasses were missing during the time of the incident.
Mr. Wright, I recommend you keep the note of this fact. It could prove useful later.
Got it.
I'm just here, you know.
Yep, Lucas' moral support.
I believe there is nothing left to prove on this matter. Burn the witch. At the time of the murder, the accused did not have a witch's scepter in her possession.
Wait just a moment. Snowy and I have much more left to say.
That's right, my trusty sword of justice shall cut through this witch's treacherous lies.
I may have lost my glasses, but I haven't lost my will to testify.
She's eating her own flowers.
Eureka, I remember now. Old age has a way of sneaking up on me. I'm sure you must understand. Yeah, I understand. I understand you're all completely ridiculous.
We've hurt their pride.
It would seem we have not yet arrived at the clear-cut verdict. It's getting crazy. You just burned that book before. Remember that? You see that? Remember that? Witnesses, you may once again begin to testify to the court. For some reason, I guess. Tell us all about the scepter and how it was used to destroy in the detestable display of witchcraft that you all witnessed tonight.
Okay, and I need to restart if you guys want to keep going.
I guess we probably finish this here court.